It was a rainy Tuesday morning when Arjun's world collapsed. Sitting in a cramped apartment in Mumbai, he stared blankly at a notice from the bank. His account was overdrawn, again. He had 327 rupees left, no savings, and a mountain of credit card debt. For the third time in 2 months, he'd borrowed money from a friend to pay rent. At 28, with a decent job in marketing and nothing to show for it, Arjun was broke, not just financially but emotionally. He wasn't reckless. He just didn't know any better. Like many, he lived paycheck to paycheck, thinking his next promotion would save him. It never did. That morning, as he sat in a small cafe with his usual overpriced latte, something shifted. A man sat at the table next to him, talking on the phone about investments and early retirement. Arjun, curious and desperate, couldn't help but listen. The man ended the call and noticed Arjun staring. "You all right, man?" he asked with a smile. Arjun sighed, "Not really. I just realized this coffee costs more than what I have left in my bank account." The stranger laughed, not in mockery, but with understanding. "I used to be like that. Until I learned the power of money. Not just earning it, but growing it." That man was Vivek Patel, a self-made entrepreneur who had built a 7-figure portfolio by age 35. What started as a 5-minute chat turned into a 2-hour life lesson. Vivek didn't give Arjun money. He gave him something more powerful: knowledge and a challenge. Track every rupee you spend for 30 days. Cancel one subscription. Cook your meals for a week. Read The Psychology of Money and Rich Dad Poor Dad. And start with 10% savings from your next paycheck, no excuses. Arjun took the challenge. He cut back ruthlessly. No more food delivery, no more weekend parties, and no more mindless online shopping. He sold old gadgets on OLX, freelanced in the evenings, and absorbed every financial book and podcast he could find. The first month, he saved 3,000 rupees. The next, 6,000 rupees. After 6 months, he had an emergency fund. After a year, he had paid off all his credit cards. It wasn't easy. He lost friends who didn't understand why he stopped hanging out. But he gained clarity and discipline. Arjun didn't stop there. He began investing, first in mutual funds through SIPs, then in index funds and later, stocks. He learned about compounding, budgeting, and passive income. He set goals: financial freedom by 40, travel once a year without guilt, and retire his parents comfortably. By 35, Arjun had a net worth of over 1 crore rupees. His side hustle turned into a small digital marketing agency. He no longer worked for money, his money worked for him. One day, he returned to that same cafe. This time, he was the one on the phone, discussing investment properties. A young man beside him looked worried, staring at his phone. Arjun smiled and leaned over. "You all right, man?" he asked. And just like that, the cycle continued. Moral of the story: your financial transformation doesn't begin with a salary hike. It begins with a decision, a moment of realization. Wealth isn't about how much you earn, it's about how well you manage, save, and grow what you have. Every millionaire was once where you are. But they chose differently. What will you choose today?